Peyton Williams Manning was born on March 24, 1976, in New Orleans, Louisiana, into a family with a rich football tradition. His father, Archie Manning, was a respected NFL quarterback who played for the New Orleans Saints, and his older brother, Cooper Manning, was a talented athlete who had to give up his football career due to health issues. Growing up in such a family, Peyton was exposed to football from an early age and developed a deep understanding of the game. Manning attended Isidore Newman School in New Orleans, where he began to make a name for himself as a football prodigy. His high school career was marked by impressive performances as the team's starting quarterback, where he showcased his strong arm, exceptional football IQ, and leadership skills. Manning's abilities were enough to make him one of the most sought-after recruits in the country. His decision to attend the University of Tennessee was a turning point in his career, setting the stage for what would become a legendary football journey. College football and rise to prominence. At the University of Tennessee, Peyton Manning's reputation as a quarterback continued to grow. He played for the Tennessee Volunteers under head coach Philip Fulmer from 1994 to 1997. Manning entered college as a highly touted recruit and lived up to the hype with impressive performances on the field. However, his college career was not without challenges. Manning's first season at Tennessee was solid but not spectacular, as he had to adjust to the collegiate level. By his sophomore year, he had gained more confidence and started to showcase his talents more effectively. In his junior season, Manning became a force in the SEC Southeastern Conference, earning several honors, including a spot on the All-SEC First Team and SEC Player of the Year recognition. By his senior year, Manning had become one of the top quarterbacks in college football, leading the Volunteers to an 11-1 season and a win in the Florida Citrus Bowl. Despite Manning's incredible college career, the University of Tennessee never managed to secure a national championship during his tenure. Manning's leadership and on-field performance were nonetheless undeniable. He finished his college career with over 11,000 passing yards, 89 touchdowns, and numerous records in the SEC. In 1997, Manning was awarded the Maxwell Award and was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Entering the NFL, draft and early career. Peyton Manning entered the 1998 NFL Draft as one of the most highly anticipated quarterback prospects in decades. The Indianapolis Colts selected him as the first overall pick, which was a historic moment for the team and the league. Manning's arrival in Indianapolis marked the beginning of a new era for the Colts, who had struggled in the years prior. Manning's early NFL career began with struggles, as he threw an NFL rookie record 28 interceptions during his first season. The Colts finished with a 3-13 record, which reflected the growing pains of both Manning and the team. However, despite the rough start, Manning's undeniable talent was evident. His ability to read defenses, make quick decisions, and take charge in critical moments was already apparent, even if it didn't immediately translate to wins. In 1999, Manning improved significantly, throwing 26 touchdowns and leading the Colts to an 8-8 record. While the team still had plenty of room for growth, it was clear that Manning was no longer just a promising young quarterback but a future star in the making. Over the next few years, Manning's development continued at a rapid pace as he began to build a strong rapport with his receivers and refine his skills in the pocket. Career peak, becoming an NFL superstar. Peyton Manning's career reached its peak during the 2000s, a decade where he cemented himself as one of the NFL's best quarterbacks. His regular season success was remarkable, and his passing numbers were consistently among the best in the league. Manning's ability to read defenses, call audibles, and deliver pinpoint throws was unmatched, making him a feared opponent for any team. In 2003, Manning's career took a major step forward as he led the Colts to the AFC Championship game. While they were ultimately defeated by the New England Patriots, Manning's leadership and performances throughout the season solidified his status as one of the NFL's top quarterbacks. In 2004, Manning set a new NFL record for touchdown passes in a season with 49 touchdowns, earning him NFL MVP honors for the first time in his career. Manning's breakthrough moment came in 2006, when he finally led the Indianapolis Colts to a Super Bowl victory in Super Bowl 41. Manning was named Super Bowl MVP after leading the Colts to a 29-17 win over the Chicago Bears. This victory marked the pinnacle of Manning's career with the Colts, as he had finally delivered the franchise's first Super Bowl title since their move to Indianapolis. Manning's performance in the Super Bowl, especially during the second half, where he led the Colts back from a 14-point deficit, earned him widespread recognition as one of the greatest quarterbacks to play the game. In addition to his Super Bowl title, Manning was also named NFL MVP 3 more times during his career: 2008, 2009, and 2013. Manning's unparalleled consistency and ability to put up impressive passing yards and touchdowns became his trademark, earning him numerous accolades throughout the years. Main achievements and records. Over the course of his illustrious career, Peyton Manning set multiple records that will likely stand for years to come. He finished his career with over 71,000 passing yards, ranking him among the top quarterbacks in NFL history. Manning also threw 539 touchdown passes, ranking him third on the all-time list, and became the first player in NFL history to throw for over 5,000 yards in a season multiple times. Manning's achievements included the Super Bowl victories: Super Bowl 41 with the Colts and Super Bowl 50 with the Denver Broncos, and he was named Super Bowl MVP in 41. He was selected to the Pro Bowl 14 times, the most in NFL history at the time of his retirement, and was named an All-Pro in 7 seasons. Manning's reputation as a field general and his ability to adjust plays at the line of scrimmage became legendary. His meticulous preparation and study of opponents were key to his success. He had a unique relationship with his coaches and teammates, particularly with his receivers, and this rapport was evident in the precision of his throws and his success in clutch moments. His leadership on and off the field was pivotal in shaping his legacy as one of the NFL's best. Final years: transition to the Denver Broncos and retirement. In 2012, Manning's career took a dramatic turn when he was released by the Indianapolis Colts after suffering a neck injury that caused him to miss the entire 2011 season. Manning's future was uncertain, and many questioned whether he would ever return to his former elite level. However, Manning made a successful comeback in 2012, signing with the Denver Broncos. Manning's first season with the Broncos was a resounding success, as he threw for a then-record 5,476 passing yards and 55 touchdowns. He was named the NFL MVP once again and led the Broncos to the AFC Championship game. Though they fell short of the Super Bowl, Manning continued to play at a high level for the next few seasons, culminating in another Super Bowl victory in Super Bowl 50 in 2016. The Broncos defeated the Carolina Panthers 24-10, with Manning earning his second Super Bowl title and securing his place as one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. Manning announced his retirement after the 2015 season, ending an 18-year career that had seen him play for both the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. His decision to retire was met with tributes and admiration from all corners of the NFL community, marking the end of an era. Conclusion: Peyton Manning's legacy is one of unparalleled achievement, skill, and leadership. Over his 18-season career, he became one of the most accomplished quarterbacks in NFL history. His 2 Super Bowl titles, 5 MVP awards, 14 Pro Bowl selections, and numerous passing records solidified his status as one of the all-time greats. Manning's ability to lead his teams to victory, adapt to different systems, and perform in clutch situations made him one of the most respected players in the history of American football. His influence on the game will continue to be felt for generations, and his name will forever be etched among the legends of the sport. Derek Sanderson Jeter was born on June 26, 1974, in Pequannock, New Jersey, to parents Dorothy, a white mother of Irish descent, and Sanderson, an African-American father. Growing up in Northwest Miami, Jeter was introduced to sports at a young age, with baseball being his passion. His natural talent for the game was evident early on, and he quickly developed a reputation as a top-notch shortstop. Jeter attended Central High School in Kalamazoo, Michigan, where he became an elite prospect. His high school performances captured the attention of MLB scouts, and by the time he was drafted, he was considered one of the best young players in the country. In 1992, Jeter was drafted by the New York Yankees as the 6th overall pick in the Major League Baseball draft. While Jeter was a highly touted prospect, his early years in the Yankees minor league system were full of growth and development. His strong work ethic, leadership skills, and commitment to improving his game helped him progress through the ranks quickly. By 1995, after just a few seasons in the minors, Jeter earned his first call-up to the majors, making his MLB debut with the Yankees. The rookie years and quick rise. Jeter's rookie season with the New York Yankees in 1996 was the beginning of a storied career. Although he made some early errors and showed signs of immaturity, his natural athleticism and skill became apparent, and his performance continued to improve. He became the starting shortstop for the Yankees and finished the season with a .31 for batting average, earning him the American League Rookie of the Year award. In addition to his strong offensive numbers, Jeter's smooth fielding and leadership in the clubhouse were already setting him apart from other players. That same season, Jeter helped the Yankees make a return to the World Series for the first time in 15 years. The Yankees defeated the Atlanta Braves in the 1996 World Series, and Jeter's clutch performance throughout the playoffs cemented his place a rising star in the league. Career peak, the early 2000s and continued success. The years following Jeter's rookie season were marked by consistent excellence and numerous accolades. From 1998 to 2002, Jeter solidified himself as one of the premier players in baseball, guiding the Yankees to 4 World Series titles in 5 years: 1998, 1999, 2000, and 2009, and becoming known as the cornerstone of the team's success. 1998 was one of the most dominant years in Yankees history, and Jeter was at the center of the action. The Yankees finished with a remarkable 114-48 record, the best in MLB that season, and Jeter was named to the All-Star game. He also finished the year with a .324 batting average, 19 home runs, and 84 RBIs, and his leadership on the field was evident as the Yankees cruised through the playoffs. Jeter's success continued into the 2000s, where he established himself as a clutch performer, routinely hitting in the postseason. One of the most iconic moments of his career came in the 2001 World Series, when he earned the nickname the Captain for his exceptional play during the series, including a crucial game-winning home run. Beyond his contributions on the field, Jeter's presence in the clubhouse became legendary. He was respected not only for his leadership but for his professionalism and unwavering commitment to the game. His ability to perform in high-pressure situations earned him a reputation as one of the best clutch players in the history of baseball. The early 2000s marked a period of dominance for the Yankees, with Jeter at the helm, and his performances in the postseason only further solidified his legacy as a winner. Main achievements and impact. Jeter's remarkable career was highlighted by both personal accomplishments and the collective success of the New York Yankees. Over his 20-season career, all of which were spent with the Yankees, Jeter amassed 3,465 hits, ranking him 6th on the all-time hits list at the time of his retirement. His consistency and ability to stay healthy were key factors in his longevity, as he played more than 150 games in a season on several occasions. Jeter also ended his career with a career batting average of .310, including 260 home runs and 1,311 RBIs. One of Jetez's standout traits was his ability to get on base in critical moments, and his leadership was one of the driving forces behind the Yankees' numerous postseason appearances. He was a 14-time All-Star and a 5-time Gold Glove Award winner, showcasing his defensive prowess. His 5 World Series titles and 2000 World Series MVP awards solidified his status as the postseason legend. He also received the prestigious Roy Campanella Award in 2001, given to the best player in the National League. Jetez's captaincy of the Yankees, which began in 2003, allowed him to further shape the team's identity and serve as a role model for younger players. His leadership style was quiet but effective, and he was always the first to take responsibility for team failures while celebrating his teammates' successes. Off the field, Jetez's commitment to charity and philanthropy also contributed to his public image as a positive influence in both baseball and the broader community. Perhaps one of his greatest accomplishments was his ability to maintain a high level of performance over such an extended period. In 2014, Jetez played his final season in Major League Baseball. Despite facing the challenges of aging and the wear and tear of a long career, Jetez finished his final season with 200 hits, and his ability to stay relevant even at the end of his career was a testament to his discipline and work ethic. Final years and retirement. Derek Jetez announced his retirement from baseball on February 12, 2014, in a heartfelt letter to the fans of the New York Yankees. The announcement sent shockwaves through the baseball world, as Jetez had long been considered the face of the franchise and one of the game's most beloved players. His farewell tour throughout the 2014 season saw him celebrated at every stadium he visited, with teams and fans alike paying tribute to his extraordinary career. In his final game, Jetez went out in classic fashion, hitting a walk-off single against the Baltimore Orioles at Yankee Stadium on September 25, 2014. The hit, which scored the winning run in his last at-bat at home, captured everything that made Jetez special. His poise under pressure, his clutch performance, and his unwavering dedication to his team. He finished his career with 3,465 hits, 14 All-Star selections, 5 Gold Glove Awards, and 5 World Series titles, cementing his legacy as one of the greatest players in MLB history. Post-retirement and legacy. After his retirement, Jetez transitioned into various business and ownership ventures, including becoming part owner of the Miami Marlins. His involvement with the Marlins, which began in 2017, marked his entry into the world of team management. Though his time as an executive was short-lived, he stepped down from his role with the Marlins in 2022. His post-playing career had its own set of accomplishments. Jetez's legacy, however, is most strongly defined by his years on the field. Widely regarded as one of the best shortstops of all time, Jetez's combination of leadership, clutch hitting, and consistent excellence placed him in the upper echelon of baseball greats. His induction into the Baseball Hall of Fame came in 2020, when he received 99.7% of the vote, one of the highest voting percentages in history. In addition to his athletic achievements, Jetez's impact off the field cannot be overstated. As one of the most marketable athletes of his era, Jetez's brand extended beyond baseball, and his turn to foundation, which he founded in 1996, remains a testament to his commitment to giving back to the community. Conclusion. Derek Jetez's career was a story of consistency, leadership, and unparalleled success. From his rookie season in 1996 to his farewell tour in 2014, Jetez set the standard for excellence both on and off the field. With 5 World Series titles, 3,465 hits, and a career full of clutch performances, he proved to be one of the greatest players to ever wear a baseball uniform. His dedication to the game, his team, and his fans solidified his place in history as one of the most iconic figures in New York Yankees history and in the annals of Major League Baseball. James Nathaniel Brown, famously known as Jim Brown, was born on February 17, 1936, in St. Simons Island, Georgia, to Teresa Brown and Swinton Brown. Raised in a strict household, Jim Brown developed a passion for sports at an early age. His family moved to Manhasset, New York, when Jim was young, and it was there that his athletic abilities began to truly flourish. At Manhasset High School, Jim Brown proved to be a multi-sport prodigy, excelling in not only football, but also basketball, track, and lacrosse. His athletic versatility was evident as he led his high school teams to multiple championships, standing out with his remarkable combination of speed, strength, and agility. In high school football, he earned all-county and all-state honors, and it was clear that he had the potential to succeed at the collegiate and professional levels. Jim Brown continued his journey in sports by enrolling at Syracuse University, where he would go on to make his mark on the national stage. At Syracuse, Brown played both football and lacrosse, further showcasing his athletic range. He was a key figure in the school's football team, playing as a running back. His time at Syracuse would serve as the foundation for his remarkable football career. College career at Syracuse University. Jim Brown's time at Syracuse University was marked by individual brilliance, as he became one of the most outstanding players in college football. He played for the Syracuse Orange from 1954 to 1956, where he earned widespread recognition for his powerful running style and ability to dominate opposing defenses. Brown was known for his physicality, speed, and ability to break tackles, making him one of the most feared running backs in the country. In his senior year in 1956, Brown had a breakout season, rushing for over 900 yards and 13 touchdowns. He led Syracuse to a National Invitation Bowl victory, further elevating his profile. Brown's ability to perform on the big stage, combined with his raw athletic talent, earned him unanimous All-American honors that year. He also excelled in lacrosse, where he was recognized as one of the best players in the country. Jim Brown's college success helped cement his place as one of the top prospects for the 1957 NFL Draft. His physicality, speed, and vision as a running back caught the attention of NFL scouts, and it was evident that he had the potential to excel at the highest level. NFL Draft and entry into the NFL. In the 1957 NFL Draft, Jim Brown was selected by the Cleveland Browns with the 6th overall pick, a decision that would forever change the landscape of professional football. Brown's entry into the NFL came at a time when the league was evolving, and he quickly made an immediate impact with his debut season. From the moment he stepped onto the field as a rookie in 1957, Jim Brown showcased why he was considered one of the most talented athletes of his generation. In his first season, Brown rushed for 942 yards, an impressive feat for a rookie, and scored 9 touchdowns. His performance earned him the NFL Rookie of the Year award, and it was clear that the Cleveland Browns had made a smart selection by picking him up in the first round. Throughout his rookie season, Jim Brown demonstrated the attributes that would define his career: power, speed, and the ability to break tackles. His unique combination of physical traits allowed him to dominate on the field in ways that few players before him could. Brown quickly became the centerpiece of the Cleveland Browns offense and was poised for an exceptional career. Career peak, dominance, and unmatched excellence. As Jim Brown's career progressed, it became evident that he was more than just a star player. He was a revolutionary force in the NFL. Brown's peak years came in the 1960s, where he established himself as the premier running back in the league. His playing style was characterized by physicality and aggression. He was a bruising runner, capable of bulldozing over defenders with his powerful legs while also possessing rare speed and agility for a man of his size. Over the course of his career, Jim Brown led the NFL in rushing yards 8 times and scored 126 touchdowns, an exceptional achievement. He averaged a remarkable 5.2 yards per carry during his career. an indicator of just how dominant he was on the field. His ability to churn out yards, both on the ground and in short yardage situations, made him a constant threat to opposing defenses. In 1963, Jim Brown had perhaps his most dominant season, rushing for an incredible 1,863 yards, a mark that stood as an NFL record for over a decade. He also scored 12 touchdowns that year, earning him the NFL MVP award. Brown's combination of raw power and speed made him nearly impossible to stop, and he was the focal point of the Cleveland Browns offense. His exceptional vision and ability to make defenders miss were also key elements of his success. Throughout his career, Jim Brown's numbers were staggering. He rushed for 12,312 yards and averaged 104.3 yards per game. Brown also helped lead the Cleveland Browns to 9 playoff appearances, including a 1959 NFL championship, which was the team's last championship title for over 40 years. His impact on the NFL went far beyond his on-field performances. Jim Brown's running style, blending power and agility, revolutionized the way the running back position was viewed in professional football. He proved that a running back could be both physically dominant and capable of explosive plays, reshaping the expectations for future generations of players, main achievements, and records. Jim Brown's career was filled with accolades and records, many of which still stand as benchmarks of greatness in the NFL. Some of his most notable achievements include 9-time NFL Pro Bowler 1957 to 1965, 8-time NFL rushing yards leader 1958, 1960 to 1965, NFL MVP in 1963, NFL Offensive Player of the Year in 1965, NFL Champion in 1964 Super Bowl-era championship, led the NFL in rushing yards 8 times, including a career-high 1,863 yards in 1963, 12,312 career rushing yards, ranked among the NFL's all-time leaders, 106 rushing touchdowns, 5-time first-team All-Pro 1957, 1958, 1,960 1962, inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1971, named to the NFL 1960s All-Decade Team and NFL 75th Anniversary All-Time Team, first player in NFL history to average 100 rushing yards per game for his career. Brown's influence on the game is immeasurable, and his records remain a testament to his enduring legacy. Final years, retirement, and impact beyond football. After a career that spanned 9 seasons, Jim Brown shocked the sports world by retiring from professional football at the age of 30, following the 1965 season. His decision was influenced by a desire to pursue other ventures, including acting and social activism. Brown was at the peak of his career when he made the decision to walk away from the game, a move that only added to his mystique. In addition to his sports career, Jim Brown made significant contributions to civil rights activism and social causes. He used his platform to speak out on issues such as racial inequality, and he played a key role in founding the Black Economic Union to help create opportunities for African Americans. After retiring from football, Brown transitioned into acting, starring in several Hollywood films, including The Dirty Dozen 1967 and 100 Rifles 1969. His popularity as an actor allowed him to maintain a prominent public profile throughout the decades. Despite his retirement from football, Jim Brown remained a powerful and influential figure in the sports world and beyond. He was a vocal advocate for social change and continued to fight for racial equality throughout his life. Legacy and final years. Jim Brown's legacy is etched into the very fabric of professional football. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest players of all time, and his influence on the running back position is profound. Brown's combination of power, speed, and intelligence made him a player who could change the course of a game with a single play. He revolutionized the NFL, and his impact on the sport is still felt today. In 2021, Jim Brown's legacy was honored as he celebrated his 85th birthday. He remains a symbol of excellence in football, and his contributions to the game are unparalleled. His career, marked by dominance on the field and activism off the field, solidified him as not just an athlete, but a cultural icon. Jim Brown's life and career stand a testament to the power of athleticism, hard work, and the courage to speak out for justice. He remains an enduring symbol of greatness in the world of sports, and his contributions to the NFL will never be forgotten. Jerry Lee Rice was born on October 13, 1962, in Starkville, Mississippi, to a humble and hardworking family. Raised by his mother, Eddie Rice, and his father, John Rice, Jerry was the youngest of 5 children. His early years were marked by a passion for sports, and he quickly became an avid football fan. However, despite his love for the game, Rice was not an immediate standout. He attended B.G. Moss Junior High School, where he played football but was not considered a highly recruited prospect. Rice's athleticism and work ethic caught the attention of his high school coaches, and by the time he graduated from John Rundle High School in Starkville, he was playing varsity football. His performances on the field earned him a scholarship to Mississippi Valley State University MVSU, a historically black university in Itta, Mississippi, where he would eventually become a football legend. College career at Mississippi Valley State. Rice's time at Mississippi Valley State University proved to be a transformative period in his career. At MVSU, Rice played under head coach Archie the Chief Cooley and quickly became the focal point of the team's offense. The school, known for its wide-open offensive style, allowed Rice to showcase his extraordinary talent and work ethic. He became a dominant force in college football and turned heads with his performances. Rice set numerous records during his college career, including several NCAA Division I-AA records for receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns. His most memorable season came in 1984, when he posted an astonishing 1,450 receiving yards and 27 touchdowns. That year, Rice led the nation in receiving yards and touchdowns, cementing his reputation as one of the most prolific college receivers in history. In total, Rice finished his college career with 301 receptions for 4,693 yards and 50 touchdowns, numbers that set him apart from most other college receivers. Despite his success at MVSU, Rice's school was not as highly visible as some of the larger football programs, which led to questions about whether he could succeed at the professional level. Nonetheless, Rice's talent and work ethic were undeniable, and he was considered one of the top receivers available in the 1985 NFL Draft. NFL Draft and early career, the San Francisco 49ers. In the 1985 NFL Draft, Jerry Rice was selected by the San Francisco 49ers with the 16th overall pick. His selection marked the beginning of one of the most successful careers in NFL history. Rice's arrival in San Francisco would coincide with a period of immense success for the franchise, and he would go on to help lead the 49ers to unparalleled heights. Rice's early years with the 49ers were under the guidance of head coach Bill Walsh, who was known for implementing the West Coast offense. The offense, which emphasized short, quick passes and precise route running, was a perfect fit for Rice's skill set. Despite entering the league as a rookie, Rice immediately made an impact, catching 49 passes for 927 yards and 3 touchdowns in his first season. This was just a glimpse of the greatness to come. In his second season, Rice had a breakout year, catching 1,211 yards and scoring 8 touchdowns, becoming a true star in the league. His development as a wide receiver was accelerated by the combination of his unparalleled work ethic, technical proficiency, and the 49ers offense, which was built around precision and efficiency. Career peak, the 49ers dynasty and Super Bowl glory. By the early 1990s, Jerry Rice had firmly established himself as one of the NFL's top receivers. He was known for his exceptional hands, speed, and ability to make big plays in clutch situations. In 1988, he reached the peak of his career, helping the San Francisco 49ers win Super Bowl XXIII against the Cincinnati Bengals. Rice played a pivotal role in the game, catching 11 passes for 215 yards and a touchdown. His performance earned him Super Bowl MVP honors and solidified his reputation as a clutch performer in the biggest moments. Rice's combination of speed, hands, and route running ability made him nearly impossible to defend. His rivalry with fellow wide receivers such as Cris Carter and Michael Irvin only elevated the level of competition in the NFL during this period. But Rice's sustained excellence ensured his place at the top. He became a central figure in the 49ers' success, with quarterback Joe Montana and later Steve Young as his primary passers. The team went on to win another Super Bowl in 1994, with Rice again playing a crucial role in the victory. Throughout the 1990s, Rice continued to post remarkable statistics. In 1995, he set an NFL record for receptions in a single season with 122 catches for 1,848 yards and 15 touchdowns. He was also named an NFL MVP in 1993, an impressive feat for a wide receiver in an era dominated by quarterbacks. Rice's ability to perform in both the regular season and the playoffs made him one of the most respected players in the NFL. By the end of the 1990s, Rice had already established himself as the NFL's all-time leader in receiving yards and touchdowns. His consistency, longevity, and ability to dominate the game year after year were unmatched. His records were a testament to his dedication and work ethic, and his impact on the field was evident in the numerous Pro Bowls and All-Pro selections he accumulated. Main achievements and records. Jerry Rice's list of accomplishments is as long as any in NFL history. Some of his most notable achievements include 3 Super Bowl titles with the San Francisco 49ers 1988, 1989, 1994, Super Bowl MVP and Super Bowl XXIII, 13 Pro Bowl selections 1986, 1996, 1998, 1999, 2002, 2003, 10 All-Pro selections 1987 to 1996, 1998, 2001. NFL all-time leader in receptions, with 1,549 receptions. NFL all-time leader in receiving yards, with 22,895 yards. NFL all-time leader in receiving touchdowns, with 197 touchdowns. Most career postseason touchdowns 22. Most career postseason receiving yards 1,848. These records set Rice apart as the greatest wide receiver in NFL history, and his career remains a benchmark for future generations of players. Rice's durability and ability to maintain a high level of performance over nearly 2 decades is a rarity in the NFL. Final years, a glorious career comes to an end. Although Rice's prime years were spent with the 49ers, his career spanned multiple teams and leagues. After over a decade with San Francisco, Rice's time with the 49ers came to a close in 2000, when he was traded to the Oakland Raiders. While his skills had slightly diminished, Rice continued to be a productive receiver, and he helped the Raiders reach Super Bowl XXXVII. Though the Raiders lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Rice's ability to contribute at a high level in his later years showcased his professionalism and determination. Rice spent one more season with the Raiders before being released in 2004. He then signed with the Seattle Seahawks for one final season in 2004, while he was no longer the dominant force he once was. Rice's leadership and experience helped the Seahawks reach the Super Bowl 40, where they were defeated by the Pittsburgh Steelers. After the 2004 season, Jerry Rice officially retired from the NFL, leaving behind an unparalleled legacy in professional football. He had played in the league for 20 seasons and finished his career as the most prolific wide receiver in the history of the NFL. Conclusion: a timeless legacy. Jerry Rice's legacy transcends the world of sports. He is widely considered the greatest wide receiver to ever play the game. His name will forever be etched in the history of the NFL. His combination of talent, work ethic, and consistency set a standard that few can ever hope to match. Whether it was his incredible regular season performances, his dominance in the playoffs, or his leadership on and off the field, Rice left an indelible mark on the game of football. As of today, Rice's records remain unbroken, and he continues to be a symbol of excellence and perseverance. His influence on future generations of players cannot be overstated, and his legacy will be celebrated as long as the NFL exists. Stanley Frank Musial, commonly known as Stan Musial, was born on November 21, 1920, in Donora, Pennsylvania, a small steel town in the southwestern part of the state. Musial's father, a steelworker from Poland, and his mother, a homemaker, instilled in him a strong work ethic and a deep love for sports. Musial's early years were shaped by his athletic interests, excelling in a variety of sports such as basketball, football, and baseball. His natural talent for baseball became apparent as he played for Donora High School and further honed his skills in local amateur leagues. After graduating from high school, Musial received a baseball scholarship to St. Louis University. It was during his time at college that Musial's talent began to shine brightly. However, instead of staying in college, Musial decided to pursue his dream of playing professional baseball, joining the St. Louis Cardinals farm system in 1938. His early years in the minors were marked by his persistence and a steady progression through the ranks. Musial's breakthrough year came in 1941, when he earned a promotion to the Cardinals' Major League team. Entering Major League Baseball and early career, Musial made his Major League Baseball debut with the St. Louis Cardinals on September 17, 1941, at the age of 20. However, his rookie year didn't see much of an immediate impact, and he spent much of the next season playing in the minors to refine his skills. In 1942, Musial returned to the big leagues with a vengeance, quickly earning a starting spot as an outfielder and first baseman. That year, Musial had a breakout season, hitting .315 and helping the Cardinals win the National League pennant. He also showed early flashes of his exceptional hitting ability and displayed versatility by playing multiple positions. His remarkable progress continued into 1943, where Musial's reputation began to skyrocket. Over the course of that season, he became known for his batting consistency and his ability to hit for both average and power. He earned his first All-Star selection, finishing the season with a batting average of .357, and led the league in both hits and total bases. His combination of power, speed, and contact hitting made him a unique force in baseball, and by the end of the 1940s, Musial was firmly established as one of the game's brightest stars. Career peak: the 1940s and 1950s. Musial's career reached its peak during the late 1940s and early 1950s when he became one of the most feared hitters in baseball. Over a span of 17 consecutive seasons, from 1943 to 1957, Musial earned 24 All-Star selections and became one of the best hitters in the history of the game. His ability to consistently maintain an impressive batting average, combined with his power, helped him achieve legendary status. In 1946, Musial enjoyed his first real taste of success on a national stage by leading the Cardinals to a World Series title over the Boston Red Sox. That same year, Musial was named National League MVP, as he led the league in both batting average, 365, and runs batted in, 130, and finished the season with 16 home runs. His performance in the World Series was also stellar, as he hit .500, with 12 hits and 24 at-bats. This championship victory solidified Musial's reputation as one of the finest players of his era. Musial's all-around offensive game was unparalleled. He was known for his signature swing, a left-handed stroke that allowed him to hit to all fields. His consistent ability to hit for average, power, and to drive in runs made him an indispensable part of the Cardinals' lineup for more than 2 decades. Musial's offensive dominance continued throughout the 1950s, with him earning his 7th and final MVP award in 1948. That season, he hit .376 with 39 home runs and 131 RBIs, which remains one of the finest individual seasons in baseball history. In addition to his individual successes, Musial continued to help the Cardinals remain a competitive force in the National League. Career achievements and records. Musial's career statistics are nothing short of extraordinary. By the time he retired in 1963, Musial had accumulated 3,630 hits, which at the time ranked second in MLB history behind only Ty Cobb. Musial also hit 475 home runs, recorded 1,951 RBIs, and stole 78 bases. Over the course of his 22-season career, Musial maintained a career batting average of .331 and played for the St. Louis Cardinals for his entire career. His ability to consistently produce at the plate, year after year, established Musial as one of the most consistent and reliable hitters the game had ever seen. In addition to his statistics, Musial's career was marked by his ability to perform in high-pressure moments. He played in 22 All-Star games, more than any other player at the time, and finished his career with 1,815 runs scored, which remains one of the highest totals in baseball history. Musial also played in the 1954 MLB All-Star Game, where he went on to deliver a performance that further solidified his status as one of the greats. Musial's legacy was further solidified with 3 World Series titles, 1942, 1944, and 1946, and his consistent role as a team leader throughout his career. He retired as a symbol of success and excellence, and his reputation as one of the best hitters of all time was never in doubt. Final years and legacy. After retiring from baseball in 1963, Musial remained involved in the sport, albeit in a more limited capacity. He was honored with induction into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1969 as one of the most beloved and respected figures in the game. Musial's induction was seen as an inevitable step in recognizing his place in baseball history. His humility, class, and commitment to the game earned him admiration from both his peers and fans alike. Musial's post-playing career was marked by his involvement in various charitable activities and his role as an ambassador for the sport. He continued to be involved with the St. Louis Cardinals, taking on various front office roles, including serving as the team's general manager in the 1960s. Musial's presence remained a constant in the world of baseball, and his contributions to the game and to the St. Louis community were legendary. Musial also became known for his appearances at Cardinals games and for his signature role as a fan favorite and community leader. His kindness, modesty, and sense of humor won him the admiration of generations of baseball fans, both in St. Louis and beyond. Musial's legacy was cemented when he became the first player to have his number retired by the St. Louis Cardinals, with number 6 becoming one of the most iconic numbers in baseball. In the final years of his life, Musial was honored with numerous awards and accolades, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2011, recognizing his immense contributions both to baseball and to society. Musial passed away on January 19, 2013, at the age of 92. His death marked the end of an era for the Cardinals and for Major League Baseball, but his legacy continues to live on. Conclusion: Stan Musial's career transcended statistics and accolades. He was a man of grace, humility, and remarkable athletic ability who left an indelible mark on Major League Baseball. From his humble beginnings in Donera, Pennsylvania, to his rise to prominence, one of baseball's greatest hitters, Musial's legacy is built on his unyielding dedication to the game and his commitment to excellence. A champion both on and off the field, Musial's impact extends far beyond his achievements as a player. Today, his name is synonymous with greatness, and his contributions to the game of baseball will never be forgotten. Lawrence Julius Taylor was born on February 4, 1959, in Williamsburg, Virginia, to Edna and Clarence Taylor. Raised in a modest household, Taylor was exposed to the fundamentals of sports early on. His family was supportive of his athletic aspirations, and he was especially drawn to football. He attended Lafayette High School in Williamsburg, where his prowess in football began to shine. While playing football in high school, Taylor developed into a standout player. His athleticism, combined with his competitive nature, caught the attention of recruiters and coaches. He was a dominant force on the field, known for his explosive speed, agility, and ability to disrupt the opposing offense. Despite his natural talent, Taylor was not highly recruited by major college programs, which led him to play at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill UNC, a school with a respectable football program, but not a national powerhouse. College career at UNC. Taylor's college career at UNC proved to be a defining period in his development as a player. He joined the North Carolina Tar Heels football team in 1977 and quickly established himself as a dominant force on defense. Under the guidance of head coach Dick Crum, Taylor developed his skills and began to attract attention as one of the best linebackers in college football. During his time at UNC, Taylor became known for his speed, strength, and ability to change the course of a game. He was an exceptional pass rusher, capable of terrorizing quarterbacks and disrupting offenses. Taylor's ability to read the game and anticipate plays was unmatched, and it became clear that he would be a top prospect in the upcoming NFL draft. In his senior year in 1980, Taylor had a standout season that solidified his reputation as one of the most elite defensive players in college football. His performances earned him All-American honors and made him a highly sought-after talent in the NFL draft. NFL draft and early career, the New York Giants. In the 1981 NFL draft, Lawrence Taylor was selected by the New York Giants with the second overall pick, a selection that would forever change the trajectory of his career and the history of the NFL. Upon entering the league, Taylor was immediately expected to make an impact, and he did not disappoint. Taylor's rookie season in 1981 was nothing short of spectacular. Playing for the New York Giants, he was thrust into the role of outside linebacker in the team's 3-2-4 defensive scheme, which allowed him to utilize his speed and explosiveness. In his first season, Taylor recorded an impressive 9.5 sacks, a phenomenal number for a rookie. His ability to disrupt the opposing offense, pressure the quarterback, and excel against the run made him an immediate star in the NFL. His performance earned him the NFL Defensive Player of the Year award, a rare honor for a rookie. Taylor's success as a rookie set the stage for an incredible career. His combination of raw athleticism, power, and intellect allowed him to quickly become one of the most feared players in the league. He was an imposing force on the field, able to dominate games and completely alter the outcome of a contest. His success as a pass rusher and his ability to drop into coverage revolutionized the linebacker position in the NFL. Career peak, dominance, and revolutionizing the linebacker position. Throughout the 1980s, Lawrence Taylor continued to redefine the role of an outside linebacker in the NFL. His ability to rush the passer, defend the run, and cover receivers in pass coverage made him a one-of-a-kind player, and he became the prototype for future generations of linebackers. His remarkable ability to pressure the quarterback, often single-handedly disrupting the opposing offense, made him an invaluable asset to the Giants' defense. During his prime years, Taylor was an unstoppable force. His combination of speed, strength, and football IQ set him apart from other players in the league. In 1982, He led the NFL with 20.5 sacks, a number that was unheard of for a linebacker at the time. He would go on to finish his career with 130.5 sacks, an incredible total that ranks among the best in NFL history. Taylor's ability to sack the quarterback was complemented by his stellar play against the run and his leadership in the locker room. In 1986, Lawrence Taylor reached the peak of his career. That season, he was named an NFL MVP, a rare honor for a defensive player. Taylor's dominance that year was evident, as he recorded 12.5 sacks, helped lead the Giants to a Super Bowl XXI victory, and solidified his legacy as the most dominant defensive player of his era. The Giants' defense, with Taylor at the helm, was nearly unstoppable. Taylor's leadership and ability to take over games were critical to the team's success. Over the course of his career, Taylor was named to 10 Pro Bowls and was selected to the All-Pro team 8 times. He also won the NFL Defensive Player of the Year award twice, 1981 and 1982, and was recognized as one of the NFL's all-time greats. Taylor's impact was not just on the field, but also on the league as a whole. He revolutionized the linebacker position, showing that a linebacker could be just as dominant and impactful as any other position on the field. His style of play and ability to disrupt offenses influenced generations of future NFL players. Main achievements and records. Lawrence Taylor's list of accomplishments is as impressive as they come. His legacy in the NFL cemented by his numerous accolades and the indelible impact he had on the game. Super Bowl champion in 1986, Super Bowl XXI. NFL MVP in 1986. 10 Pro Bowl selections, 1981 to 1986. 1,988, 1,991. 8 All-Pro selections, 1981 to 1986. 1,988, 1,990. Two-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year, 1981. 1982. 130.5 career sacks, ranked among the NFL's all-time leaders. NFL Rookie of the Year in 1981. One-time NFL Sacks Leader 1982. Inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1999. NFL 1980s All-Decade Team and 1990s All-Decade Team. Taylor's impact on the field cannot be overstated. He redefined the linebacker position and became a game-changer on defense. He played with a unique blend of intensity, physicality, and intelligence that made him virtually unstoppable during his prime years. Final years, injury struggles, and retirement. Despite his incredible talent, Lawrence Taylor's career was marred by injuries. Over the course of his career, he dealt with a series of physical ailments that gradually took a toll on his performance. His knee and back injuries began to limit his effectiveness on the field in the early 1990s, and after a remarkable career, Taylor retired after the 1993 season. His final years in the NFL were characterized by a gradual decline in his level of play, though he still maintained the ability to impact games when healthy. Taylor played his final season with the New York Giants in 1993, but his injuries ultimately forced him to step away from the game he had dominated for over a decade. He finished his career as one of the greatest linebackers to ever play in the NFL. Post-retirement and legacy. After retiring from the NFL, Lawrence Taylor remained a prominent figure in the sports world, frequently appearing as an analyst and commentator. While his post-football life was marked by personal challenges and controversies, Taylor's legacy in the NFL remains intact. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest defensive players in the history of the league, and his name is synonymous with innovation and dominance on the football field. In 1999, Taylor was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, an honor reserved for only the most legendary players in the game's history. His induction was a fitting tribute to a career that changed the way football was played and made an indelible mark on the NFL today. Lawrence Taylor is remembered not just for his athleticism and accomplishments, but for the way he forever altered the way defenses are built in the NFL. As a player who revolutionized the linebacker position and redefined the role of a pass rusher, Lawrence Taylor's influence on the game is immeasurable. He was not only a great player, but also an innovator, a leader, and a game changer. His legacy lives on, and he remains one of the most iconic figures in NFL history. Mickey Mantle, born October 20, 1931, in Spavinaw, Oklahoma, was destined for greatness from the moment he picked up a baseball. The son of Mutt Mantle, a miner and former baseball player, and Lovell Nee Richardson, Mickey's early years were steeped in the rough and tumble life of rural Oklahoma. His father's love for baseball shaped Mickey's upbringing, and Mutt taught his son the fundamentals of the game from an early age. Mantle showed promise as an athlete throughout his youth. His early years were marked by an insatiable desire to play baseball, and his talent became evident as he excelled at multiple sports during his time at Commerce High School. Mickey was known for his speed, athleticism, and above all, his raw power. His power at the plate was the stuff of legends even in high school, where he often belted home runs that left an impression on all who saw him play. In 1949, at the age of 17, Mantle was signed by the New York Yankees, one of the most storied franchises in baseball history. Initially assigned to the Indians, later renamed the Yankees Class A affiliate, Mantle continued to impress with his natural talent and refined technique, quickly earning a spot on the Yankees AAA team. Major League debut and early career 1951 to 1953. Mickey Mantle made his Major League debut on April 17, 1951. At just 19 years old, the Yankees were already a dominant force in baseball, and the young Mantle joined a roster that included stars like Joe DiMaggio and Yogi Berra. His debut was met with high expectations, and while he struggled to adjust to the big leagues at first, it quickly became apparent that he was a player of extraordinary potential. In his first full season in 1952, Mantle began to find his rhythm, hitting 23 home runs and establishing himself as one of the most promising young hitters in baseball. However, the defining year of Mantle's early career came in 1953, when he led the American League in home runs 30, RB is 100, and runs scored 127. That year, he earned his first American League Most Valuable Player MVP award, signaling the arrival of a future baseball legend. Throughout the early 1950s, Mantle continued to improve both offensively and defensively. His combination of speed and power allowed him to hit for both average and power, and his ability to cover ground in the outfield made him one of the most complete players in the game. Career peak and dominance 1954 to 1960. Mickey Mantle's peak years came during the late 1950s, a period when he solidified his place as one of the most dominant hitters in baseball. His power was unmatched, and his speed made him a constant threat on the base paths. During this time, Mantle earned his reputation as one of the most dangerous hitters to ever play the game, both as a slugger and a base runner. In 1956, Mantle experienced one of the finest seasons of his career, hitting .353 with 50 home runs and 130 RBIs. That season, he captured his second American League MVP award, becoming the first player in New York Yankees history to win multiple MVPs. In addition to his impressive numbers, Mantle's remarkable consistency in key moments, such as his .500 on-base percentage, marked him as one of the top players in the league. Mantle's power continued to impress in the years that followed. In 1957, he hit 34 home runs and posted an impressive .365 batting average, one of the highest of his career. The next year, 1958, Mantle led the league in home runs again, with 42, and finished as a finalist for MVP. One of Mantle's most remarkable traits was his ability to perform under pressure. Mantle's Yankees were regular contenders for World Series titles, and he was often at the forefront of the team's postseason success. He helped lead the Yankees to several championships, including victories in 1951, 1952, 1953, 1956, and 1958. These championships helped define his legacy as a postseason hero. The decade of the 1950s was a defining era for Mantle and the Yankees, and Mantle's incredible blend of hitting, speed, and defense led him to be considered the best player in the American League during this period. His legendary rivalry with Willie Mays and Larry Doby helped to define the golden age of baseball in the post-war era. Main achievements and records. Mickey Mantle's career was filled with unforgettable performances and impressive statistics. His achievements included 3 American League MVP awards 1956, 1957, and 1962, 536 career home runs, making him one of the all-time leaders in home runs, 1,509 RBIs and 1,677 runs, placing him among the top all-time leaders in both categories. 16 All-Star Game selections, a testament to his popularity and success in the American League. 7 World Series championships 1951, 1952, 1953, 1956, 1958, 1961, and 1962. Triple Crown winner in 1956, leading the American League in batting average, home runs, and RBIs. Highest slugging percentage in the American League in 1956, 1957, and 1961. American League leader in home runs in 1955, 1956, and 1958. Mantle's combination of raw power, speed, and elite defensive abilities made him one of the most well-rounded and feared players in the history of the sport. His swing was characterized by incredible speed and power, and his ability to hit for both average and power was legendary. Mantle's dominance at the plate made him an icon of the game and an enduring symbol of the Yankee dynasty. Injuries and decline 1961 to 1968. As the years passed, however, Mantle's career began to be affected by injuries. Known for his powerful legs and blazing speed, Mantle's lower body began to break down due to a series of injuries that plagued him throughout his career. His legs, in particular, were a constant source of pain, and by the early 1960s, he began to lose some of the explosiveness and speed that had defined his game. In 1961, despite the physical challenges, Mantle helped the Yankees secure another World Series championship, though his batting statistics were not as eye-popping as they had been in previous seasons. His injuries continued to mount, and by the mid-1960s, it became apparent that Mantle was no longer the same player he once was. His batting average began to dip, and his home run power declined significantly. Despite these struggles, Mantle remained an important figure in the Yankees clubhouse and was a respected veteran leader. In 1968, at the age of 36, Mantle retired from baseball, leaving behind a legacy that would influence generations of players. While his later years were marked by declining performance, his peak years from the 1950s and early 1960s solidified his place as one of the greatest players in the history of the sport. Final years and legacy. After retiring from baseball, Mickey Mantle remained a beloved figure in the sports world. He made numerous appearances at Yankee Stadium and across the country, participating in charity events, reunions, and public appearances. He also worked as a broadcaster and a spokesperson for various products, though he was often plagued by health issues related to his alcohol consumption. In 1995, Mantle was diagnosed with liver cancer, and he passed away on August 13, 1995, at the age of 63. His death marked the end of an era in baseball, but his legacy as one of the game's most iconic and revered players lives on. He was posthumously inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1974, cementing his place as one of the greatest players in the history of the sport. Conclusion: the Mick's enduring impact. Mickey Mantle's legacy transcends the numbers. while his career achievements 536 home runs, 1,509 RBIs, 3 MVP awards, and 7 World Series titles speak for themselves. It is his combination of power, speed, and clutch performances in big moments that solidified his place as a baseball legend. He remains one of the most beloved figures in New York Yankees history, and his career is a symbol of excellence, resilience, and greatness in the world of sports. For generations of baseball fans, Mickey Mantle will always be remembered as the Mick, the player who dominated the game with his unmatched talent, power, and heart. His legacy is one that will continue to inspire future generations of athletes, ensuring that the story of Mickey Mantle and his contribution to baseball will never be forgotten. Ichiro Suzuki was born on October 22, 1973, in Kasugai, Aichi Prefecture, Japan, to Mitsuho and Eiji Suzuki. Raised in a baseball-loving household, Ichiro's passion for the sport was ignited from a young age. His father, a former amateur baseball player, played an influential role in his early development, teaching him the fundamentals of the game. Ichiro's talent was evident early on, and by the time he was a teenager, his ability to make contact with the ball had already become legendary among local baseball circles. Ichiro began his professional career in 1992 with the Orix Blue Wave in the Japanese Pacific League. His early years in the league saw a rapid rise in both his skills and his reputation. Ichiro quickly established himself as a force in Japanese baseball, earning a place in the starting lineup and showing off his incredible speed, precision, and consistency at the plate. In his rookie year, he posted an impressive .35 to batting average, which marked the beginning of a career that would redefine baseball. Throughout his time in Japan, Ichiro was known for his meticulous approach to the game, which included long hours of practice and unwavering attention to detail. His approach to batting was unique, focusing on making contact and hitting for average rather than power. Ichiro's compact swing and incredible bat control allowed him to consistently produce base hits, setting him apart from many of his contemporaries. Career in Japan and initial success. Ichiro's rise to prominence in Japan's Nippon Professional Baseball (NPB) was meteoric. Over his 9 seasons with the Orix Blue Wave, he earned a number of accolades, including 7 batting titles and 3 MVP awards. His skill on both offense and defense made him one of the most complete players in the league. His time in Japan also included a remarkable 1994 season, where he set a single-season record in the Pacific League with 210 hits, breaking the previous record of 208 hits. This record would go on to stand a testament to Ichiro's ability to hit for average and his determination to excel. Over the course of his NPB career, he amassed over 1,200 hits, cementing himself as one of the top players in the history of Japanese baseball. Ichiro's reputation as a hitting machine was matched by his prowess as an outfielder. His powerful throwing arm and speed in the outfield made him a reliable defensive player, capable of making jaw-dropping plays. These abilities caught the attention of Major League Baseball (MLB) scouts, and in 2000, Ichiro made the life-changing decision to take his game to the United States, move to Major League Baseball (MLB). In 2001, at the age of 27, Ichiro signed with the Seattle Mariners, becoming one of the first Japanese-born players to have a significant impact in Major League Baseball. His arrival in MLB marked the beginning of an era of success that would change the landscape of baseball. Ichiro's transition from NPB to MLB was seamless, as his unique skills and work ethic immediately translated to success at the highest level of the sport. Ichiro's rookie year in 2001 was nothing short of spectacular. He became an instant sensation, finishing his first MLB season with a .350 batting average, 8 home runs, and 69 RBIs. His ability to hit consistently, combined with his speed on the base paths and his ability to make spectacular throws from the outfield, quickly made him a fan favorite. He was named the American League All-Rookie of the Year and the All-Most Valuable Player, the first player in MLB history to win both honors in the same season. Ichiro's impact was immediate, as he quickly became one of the most recognizable players in the league, and his style of play characterized by his focus on singles, bunts, and base running set him apart from traditional power hitters. Ichiro's rookie season was only a preview of the consistency and brilliance that he would bring to the Mariners over the next 2 decades. From 2001 to 2010, Ichiro's performance on the field remained at an elite level, and he continued to break records, establish milestones, and win accolades. His ability to make contact and hit for average was unmatched. In 2004, Ichiro set a new MLB record for hits in a single season with 260 hits, surpassing the previous record of 257 hits set by George Sisler in 1920. This incredible feat further solidified his place in MLB history as one of the most prolific hitters of all time. Peak career and main achievements. Ichiro's peak years in MLB came during the 2000s, when he established himself as one of the best all-around players in the game. His combination of speed, defensive prowess, and consistency at the plate made him a perennial all-star and a key figure for the Seattle Mariners. Over the course of his career, Ichiro was selected to 10 All-Star games and won 10 Gold Glove awards for his excellence in the outfield. His performances earned him recognition as one of the most reliable and dynamic players in the league. Throughout his MLB career, Ichiro was known for his unique batting style, which differed greatly from the traditional power hitter. Rather than focusing on hitting home runs, Ichiro emphasized precision, speed, and consistency. His approach paid off, as he finished with a career batting average of .311 and collected more than 3,000 hits in the major leagues. In 2016, Ichiro became just the 30th player in MLB history to achieve the milestone of 3,000 career hits, joining an exclusive group of baseball legends. His legendary ability to get on base and hit for average also made Ichiro a key asset for the Mariners lineup, and he often set the table for other hitters to drive in runs. In addition to his offensive prowess, Ichiro's speed and throwing arm in the outfield made him an exceptional defensive player. His throws from right field were often the subject of highlights, as he displayed pinpoint accuracy and arm strength that surprised even the most experienced base runners. Ichiro's career achievements also include becoming the first player to accumulate 4,000 hits when combining his professional baseball career in both Japan and the United States. In addition to his hitting records, Ichiro was known for his discipline and fitness regimen, which allowed him to play at a high level well into his 40s, defying the typical age-related decline that most players experience. Final years and retirement. Ichiro's final years in MLB were spent with the Miami Marlins and the Seattle Mariners, but by this time, his role had transitioned to that of a mentor and leader for younger players. His playing time had diminished, but his impact off the field continued to be felt. In 2019, Ichiro officially announced his retirement from baseball, playing his final game in Japan with the Mariners as part of the team's season-opening series against the Oakland Athletics in Tokyo. This emotional farewell allowed him to say goodbye to his home country and baseball fans worldwide in front of his beloved Japanese audience. After retiring from MLB, Ichiro remained involved in the game through various roles, including assisting in player development and mentoring younger talent. He also continued his work as a global ambassador for the sport, especially in bridging the gap between Japanese baseball and Major League Baseball. Legacy and impact. Ichiro Suzuki's impact on baseball immeasurable. He was not just a historic hitter, but a cultural icon who helped bring attention to the sport in both Japan and the United States. His unparalleled ability to make contact with the ball, combined with his extraordinary work ethic, reshaped how the game was played. Ichiro's legacy is not just in his statistics, though they are extraordinary. He revolutionized the approach to hitting, prioritizing contact and precision over power, and his influence can be seen in modern players who embraced similar strategies. Ichiro's legacy extends beyond his personal achievements. As a bridge between Japan and MLB, Ichiro played a crucial role in fostering the internationalization of the sport and increasing the number of players from around the world in Major League Baseball. His contributions to the global growth of the game helped bring more attention to the skill and talent present in Japan, inspiring countless young players to pursue professional baseball. Conclusion: Ichiro Suzuki's career spanned 2 countries, 2 leagues, and numerous accolades, making him one of the most accomplished and respected players in baseball history. From his early days in Japan to his record-setting years in the United States, Ichiro redefined what it meant to be a complete player. His remarkable consistency, work ethic, and ability to remain at the top of his game for over 2 decades have left an indelible mark on the sport of baseball. Ichiro Suzuki will forever be remembered as one of the greatest hitters and ambassadors of the game. Tom Brady was born on August 3, 1977, in San Mateo, California, to Tom Brady Sr. and Galen Brady. Raised in a sports-oriented family, Tom was introduced to athletics at an early age. He had 3 older sisters and was an active child who loved playing sports, especially football, basketball, and baseball. His passion for football emerged when he was a child, and as he entered high school, it became clear that his athletic abilities were centered on the gridiron. Brady attended Junipero Serra High School in San Mateo, where he played quarterback for the school's football team. Despite his passion for the sport, Brady's high school career was far from extraordinary. He wasn't a highly recruited prospect, and he had to compete for the starting quarterback position. His athleticism was overshadowed by his lack of a strong arm, and his physical attributes, standing at 6 feet 4 inches and weighing about 200 pounds, didn't seem to match the prototypical quarterback for college recruiters. However, Brady showed an unyielding work ethic and leadership skills, which were noticed by his coaches and teammates. Despite not having eye-popping statistics in high school, Brady was selected to the All-League team in his senior year. Following high school, Brady went on to play college football at the University of Michigan, a prestigious football program that had seen numerous future NFL stars. Brady's college career, however, did not start with immediate success. He spent his first 2 seasons at Michigan as a backup, competing for the starting quarterback spot. The competition was fierce, with other quarterbacks, like Drew Henson, often getting the nod. Despite his struggles to secure a permanent starting role, Brady's resilience paid off. In his junior and senior years, he became the team's starting quarterback and led Michigan to impressive seasons. His leadership and consistency became evident, though his statistics were modest compared to other top prospects. Brady finished his college career with solid but unspectacular numbers, making it unclear whether he would be a future NFL star. The NFL draft and early struggles. Despite showing promise during his final 2 years at Michigan, Brady's draft prospects were not strong. The NFL Combine, where prospects are evaluated, did not help his cause. Brady's performance was criticized, particularly his 40-yard dash time, which was considerably slower than most of the top quarterbacks. Due to these concerns, Brady was selected by the New England Patriots in the 6th round of the 2000 NFL Draft with the 199th overall pick. This was a historic moment, as Brady was one of the most notable late-round selections to achieve immense success in the history of the NFL. Brady's early NFL years were marked by learning and patience. He began his rookie season as the backup to starting quarterback Drew Bledsoe. Bledsoe was the Patriots' franchise player at the time, and it seemed unlikely that Brady would get any playing time. However, in a week-to game of the 2001 season, Bledsoe suffered a serious chest injury, and Brady was thrust into the starting role. This would be the defining moment that changed the course of NFL history. Rise to prominence, the first Super Bowl, Brady took the opportunity and never looked back. In his first season as a starter, he led the Patriots to an 11-5 record and a spot in the playoffs. His leadership and poise under pressure were on full display, and he quickly became known for his clutch performances. Brady's most memorable moment during his breakout campaign came in the 2001 AFC Championship game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, where he led the Patriots to a 24-17 victory. This win secured a spot in the Super Bowl. In Super Bowl 36, Brady and the Patriots faced off against the heavily favored St. Louis Rams. Despite being a 14-point underdog, Brady orchestrated a game-winning drive in the final minutes, throwing a Randy Moss scoring pass to secure a 20-17 victory. The win marked Brady's first Super Bowl title, making him the youngest quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl at the age of 24. This victory began his legacy of being a player who thrived in the biggest moments and could carry his team to victory against all odds. Over the next few years, Brady solidified his place as one of the most successful quarterbacks in the NFL. He continued to excel in big games, earning accolades and recognition from his peers and coaches. With the Patriots' success, Brady quickly became one of the most respected figures in the league. Dominance and career peak. Brady's peak years in the NFL spanned from the mid-2000s to early 2010s, where he established himself as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. The Patriots, under head coach Bill Belichick, became a dominant force, and Brady was the face of that dynasty. The 2007 season was one of Brady's most memorable, as he led the Patriots to a 16-0 regular season record, the first time in NFL history that a team had finished a season undefeated. Brady's performance during the 2007 season was stellar. He threw a then-record 50 touchdown passes and led the league in passing yards. He was named the NFL MVP and finished the season as arguably the best quarterback in the league. However, despite the Patriots' historic regular season, they were upset in Super Bowl 42 by the New York Giants, ending their perfect season with a 17-14 loss. Brady's ability to rebound from such a crushing defeat and continue to perform at a high level was a testament to his character and resolve. Brady's success continued with the Patriots as he won his fourth Super Bowl title in 2014, this time against the Seattle Seahawks and Super Bowl 49. His performance in the fourth quarter of the game, where he led a fourth-quarter comeback, was one of the most memorable in NFL history. In that game, Brady threw for 466 yards and 2 touchdowns, winning the Super Bowl MVP for the third time in his career. This victory further cemented his legacy as one of the greatest to ever play the game. By 2016, Brady was still playing at a remarkably high level, defying the expectations that he would start to decline with age. That year, Brady led the Patriots to a historic comeback victory in Super Bowl 51 against the Atlanta Falcons, overcoming a 28-3 deficit to win 34-28 in overtime. This win marked Brady's fifth Super Bowl championship, breaking his own records and further cementing his status as an all-time great. Main achievements and legacy. Throughout his illustrious career, Brady accumulated a series of milestones and accolades that cemented his place as one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play in the NFL. He became the NFL's all-time leader in career passing touchdowns, passing yards, and Super Bowl titles, winning 7 Super Bowls, more than any other individual player in NFL history. Brady also earned 5 Super Bowl MVP awards and 3 NFL MVP awards, making him one of the most decorated athletes in the sport. Brady's ability to play at a high level well into his 40s is unprecedented. His longevity, combined with his incredible work ethic and commitment to fitness, allowed him to remain at the top of the game for over 2 decades. Brady's success is often attributed to his mental acuity, football intelligence, and leadership on the field. His attention to detail, preparation, and ability to perform under pressure and what set him apart from his peers. Final years and departure from New England. In 2020, At the age of 43, Brady made the surprising decision to leave the New England Patriots, where he had spent 20 seasons, and sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This move shocked the football world, but Brady proved that his success was not solely reliant on the Patriots system. In his first season with the Buccaneers, Brady led the team to the Super Bowl LV championship, defeating the Kansas City Chiefs 31-9. This victory gave Brady his 7th Super Bowl title, further solidifying his legacy as the greatest quarterback of all time. Following his incredible run with the Buccaneers, Brady continued to play at an elite level, demonstrating that age was just a number. His final NFL season was marked by another impressive performance, though his retirement was anticipated after 2022, ending an extraordinary career. Conclusion: Tom Brady's journey from a 6th-round draft pick to the greatest quarterback in NFL history is a testament to hard work, resilience, and the ability to overcome adversity. His career spanned over 2 decades, and in that time, he achieved more than any other player in NFL history. His 7 Super Bowl championships, 5 MVP awards, and unmatched longevity will forever define his legacy as one of the greatest athletes of all time. Brady's impact on the game is immeasurable, and his story will inspire future generations of athletes for years to come. Jackie Robinson was born Jack Roosevelt Robinson on January 31, 1919, in Cairo, Georgia, to a family of modest means. His parents, Gertrude and Jerry Robinson, were both hardworking individuals who instilled values of perseverance and integrity in their children. Robinson was the youngest of 5 children, and his family's move to Pasadena, California, when he was a young boy, would become pivotal in shaping his future. Despite facing significant racial discrimination during his childhood and adolescence, Robinson excelled in multiple sports and developed an indomitable spirit that would define his later years, an athlete and as a man of principle. Growing up, Robinson was an outstanding athlete, excelling in basketball, football, track, and baseball at John Muir High School in Pasadena. His love for sports was evident from an early age, and he showed particular promise as a baseball player. His athletic ability earned him a scholarship to attend UCLA, where he became the first student to letter in for varsity sports, baseball, basketball, football, and track. However, it was in baseball where Robinson's passion and potential began to shine the brightest. Racial barriers and military service. In the early 1940s, Robinson's pursuit of a professional athletic career was obstructed by the deeply entrenched racial segregation that pervaded American society. In 1942, Robinson left UCLA to help support his family during the Great Depression. He joined the United States Army in 1942 during World War II and was stationed at Fort Riley, Kansas. There, he encountered racist discrimination, culminating in an incident where he was court-martialed for refusing to move to the back of a segregated bus. Although he was acquitted, the experience highlighted the ongoing racial inequality and the obstacles Robinson would face throughout his life. After his military service, Robinson briefly played for the Kansas City Monarchs, a team in the Negro Leagues, where he gained attention for his remarkable talent on the field. His stint with the Monarchs was short, but it marked the beginning of his path toward professional baseball and into the annals of history. Breaking the color barrier. In 1945, Robinson's future took a monumental turn when he was recruited by Branch Rickey, the general manager of the Brooklyn Dodgers, to join the team's farm system. Rickey was determined to break the long-standing racial barriers in Major League Baseball, and Robinson was the player chosen to be the first African American to integrate the league. Rickey's decision to sign Robinson was based on his belief in Robinson's character and ability to handle the inevitable pressure that would come with being the first black player in the major leagues. In 1946, Robinson joined the Montreal Royals, a minor league affiliate of the Dodgers. There, he faced fierce racial hostility from opposing teams and fans. Despite the adversity, Robinson's athleticism, poise, and leadership abilities shone through. He excelled in the minors, earning a promotion to the Brooklyn Dodgers for the 1947 season, making his Major League Baseball debut on April 15, 1947. At the age of 28, Robinson's first game with the Dodgers was historic, and he would go on to change the face of baseball forever. Robinson's debut marked the end of racial segregation in Major League Baseball, and he was celebrated as the man who broke the color barrier. The career peak and major achievements, Robinson's impact on the game was immediate. During his rookie season in 1947, Robinson played in 151 games and posted a .997 batting average, with 12 home runs and 48 RBIs. He was named National League Rookie of the Year for his efforts. His combination of speed, defensive skills, and a keen eye at the plate made him a force to be reckoned with. But it wasn't just his athletic prowess that made him a star. His ability to rise above the intense racial hostility and discrimination set him apart. Robinson endured verbal abuse, death threats, and constant insults, but he maintained his composure and played the game with unparalleled skill. In the following seasons, Robinson continued to improve and became one of the top players in the league. He was known for his speed on the base paths, stealing bases with agility and aggressiveness, and his defensive versatility, excelling at second base, shortstop, and first base. Over his 10 seasons with the Brooklyn Dodgers 1947 to 1956, Robinson was an 6-time All-Star, won the National League MVP in 1949, and was an integral part of the team that won the 1955 World Series. His MVP season in 1949 was especially remarkable, as he led the league in batting average .3 for 2, home run 16, and RB is 124, establishing himself as one of the best players in the game. Robinson's talents extended beyond his individual achievements. His leadership, determination, and resilience inspired not only his teammates but the African American community and the broader civil rights movement. In the face of adversity, Robinson played with passion and perseverance, helping to elevate the Dodgers to new heights. His relationship with his teammates and his ability to win their respect became one of the defining aspects of his career. Challenges and decline in performance. Despite his success on the field, Robinson's career was not without challenges. As a trailblazer in Major League Baseball, he faced immense pressure both on and off the field. The racial barriers continued to weigh heavily on him, and his health began to deteriorate due to the emotional and physical strain he had endured throughout his career. Robinson's performance began to decline in the early 1950s as injuries and age took a toll on his once dominant skills. In 1956, Robinson announced his retirement from baseball, citing his desire to focus on his family and future endeavors. However, his decline was also impacted by the changing dynamics of the Dodgers roster, with the emergence of younger players like Gil Hodges and Roy Campanella, who were becoming integral to the team's success. Despite retiring from baseball, Robinson's influence on the game and society remained monumental. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1962, becoming the first African American to receive this honor. His induction served as a testament to his contributions to the sport, his groundbreaking role in the civil rights movement, and his lasting legacy in the world of baseball. Final years and legacy. Following his retirement from baseball, Jackie Robinson became deeply involved in several important social and political causes. He became a strong advocate for civil rights and was a vocal supporter of the NAACP, working alongside prominent figures like Martin Luther King Jr. to advance racial equality in America. Robinson also worked as a businessman, helping to create opportunities for African Americans in the corporate world. In 1964, he co-founded a successful coffee company and later worked as a television analyst for the CBS network. Robinson's health continued to decline in the final years of his life. He suffered from a variety of ailments, including diabetes and heart disease, exacerbated by the stress he had endured during his life. Jackie Robinson passed away on October 24, 1972, at the age of 53. His death marked the end of an era, but his contributions to the game of baseball and the struggle for racial equality lived on. In 1997, the MLB honored Jackie Robinson's memory by retiring his number 40 to jersey number across all Major League Baseball teams, a testament to his enduring legacy. The annual Jackie Robinson Day, held on April 15th, is celebrated in his honor, where every player in the league wears his number. His life and career continue to serve as an inspiration to athletes, civil rights activists, and people around the world. Conclusion: Jackie Robinson's legacy transcends the sport of baseball. He was not only a remarkable athlete, but a courageous individual who broke racial barriers and changed the course of history. His strength, resilience, and integrity helped pave the way for future generations of athletes and civil rights leaders. Robinson's story is one of perseverance, courage, and hope, and it continues to inspire people of all ages to fight for equality and justice. His impact on both baseball and society is immeasurable, and his legacy remains as relevant today as it was when he first stepped onto the baseball field in 1947. Jackie Robinson was, and always will be, a true trailblazer and hero in American history.